Yo, what's up guys, Shadi here, and welcome to an announcement video and a draft analysis that I'm gonna be doing right here. Draft analysis of my team. As you guys know, I really like drafting, and I also really want to try out so many Pokemon in the format. With the PPL season being over, I decided to just found my own league and see who's in, who wants to join me. And I ended up with a pretty solid roster of people and players, because they're different things. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm just gonna go over who is in the league and the basic rules, which are basically PPL rules, and my draft as well. So yeah, the league is called the SCL, the Shadi's Casual League. I just want to call it Off-Season League, OSL, but that sounds bad, and J-Bro made a spreadsheet and he called it Shadi's Casual League, and I was like, I'm down with that. SCL sounds pretty cool, so let's roll with it. So that's the name, SCL. And yeah, the rules are basically PPL rules. You have 100 points or 100 million, as we have in the PPL, and you can draft Pokemon between 8 and 11. You don't have to pick a Mega, and it's a snake draft, that kind of thing. We are 10 people, yeah, 10 people, because I didn't want this to be too big of a league. I initially just want 8, but there were people I wanted, and I was like, let's just make it 10. So that is that. And one other big difference is that the Mega Lotties are actually allowed. We voted on them, and since this is a league to try out things, this is probably the perfect spot to do it. I still think that Mega Lottie Arse is broken, excuse me. Latios, however, is pretty fine, but Latias is the only one that ended up being drafted. So yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with the screen. I'm just going to record the spreadsheet, which I am doing right now, or I'm going to edit it. You will see how that works out. I don't fucking know. Excuse me. So, that's basically that. I changed a couple values because I felt like a couple ones were overpriced, and that's basically it. So, the players that we do have in the league are, of course, first up, myself, Shadi, coach of the Bayern Munich, as always. Then we have Leo Elmos, the show-off, coach of the Durham Dragons, which is very nice to have him. He has experience in the EXPNU and the UCL. Then we have J-Bro, coaching the 5 Island Fossils. He has GPC experience. He had his own league for a bit, and then people started being stupid, and by that I obviously don't mean J-Bro. I mean people that I don't know, but they were pretty stupid. So yeah, he has experience as well. I'm going by draft order, by the way. So there's Leo first, there's J-Bro, then there's me, our third in draft, which is very nice. Then we have Jordinas, coach of the Southampton Steezers. He's in PPL Division 2. He did pretty decently. Well, he ended up very low, but he did play really well. So it's nice to have him as well. Then we have Cass, coach of the San Diego Meta Padres. He's generally known for being an arrogant piece of shit and a pretty solid player, but mainly an arrogant piece of shit. Then we have Madison Hatter, Connor, and his Hellas Volcarona FC. He played like, I think, one game in the RMU, which is J-Bro's league. So he doesn't have too much experience, but he's a pretty solid player overall. And that is nice. So, next up we have Ellie, 8-Bit Insomniac, and her Akric and Stanley. Now, if you don't know, Ellie was in PPL Season 1. She completely fucked me over when she brought Hyper Offense, which I wasn't expecting because the team was very fat, Venotran, Core, Melodic, that kind of thing. She brought Hyper Offense and basically butt-fucked me completely. And she was also in, she ended up second in PPL Season 1, and she was also in the GBA D League, and made the playoffs. So, Ellie's pretty fucking good at the game, and yeah. Then we have Moldy Pot and his Wolverhampton Wongolas. Moldy has had, like, I think one game. No, I don't think he got to play any games in RMU because people were just forfeiting against him. Because his draft was fucking good. I hope that draft was really good. Yeah, Moldy knows how to play the game. He's been getting more into it again recently. He kind of stopped playing for a bit, but he's back now, and that's pretty solid. And then the last two, we have Dolce, Geo Bro Dude, and his Del Gyarados Vilnius. That's the name. He also played, I think he played the game in the RMU. He was in RMU, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I could be wrong. I'm not actually sure. But he knows how to play a game. He has some experience in the format, I think. If he wasn't RMU, then he definitely does, but I don't know. And yeah, he doesn't play the game. That's basically it. And that's last but not least, maybe kind of least. Just kidding. We have Sork, the Sorkinist, and his Minnesota Timberwolves. He was in GBA Season 3, in case you didn't know. He was there for, like, I think 3 games, something like that, replacing Joe, and then the league kind of just disbanded and everyone was sad. Now he's here trying to get more experience. So, that's it. PPL roots, you know how they go, and let's get into the draft. So, as I said, I was 3rd overall, which is nice, but I didn't want to pick any of the mons I usually pick. I didn't want Manaphy again, which got taken 1st overall anyway, so I couldn't, because I want to try out things. Clefable, also didn't want that because I want to try out new things. So, basically, I looked at mons I wanted, and the first one that jumped into my eye was Excadrill. Excadrill is a fantastic Pokemon. It is very, very powerful. If you've ever had to prep for Excadrill in the format, it is really fucking annoying, and I don't like it. That's why I have it, because I don't have to prep for it now. Excadrill is a fantastic spinner, one of the best in the format or in the game in general. It was bad in Gen 5, but that was because permanent weather was a thing. It hits super duper hard. It can be a very nice Scarfer. Mold Breaker Earthquake is so good. It kills fairies. It has a pretty decent typing. Electric Immunity right off the bat is also very, very nice. Can set up Stealth Rocks. It can be an SD sweeper. It can do a lot of things. It can make it bulky with like Assault Vest and that kind of stuff if there's a threat I need to prepare for. And yeah, that's basically that. Excadrill is really fucking good. And Excadrill is gonna be called the Dentist, or just Dentist. Shout out to the Canadian Wildfire. I think you said in Gen 5. I think it was his nickname. Yeah, so that's the thing. Dentist Excadrill is there. Our first overall pick. I'm very happy with the thing because I like it a lot, and I think it can put in the finest of work. So next up, I had 2 mons planned, and I got both of them. This is more experimental than anything, really. My second overall pick was Greninja, Torrent Greninja to be exact. Excadrill is 50 million, Greninja is 12, or points, whatever. And yeah, Greninja, Torrent. Why would you pick up Torrent Greninja in the second round? Well, because it's still very fucking fast. It still has pretty fucking good coverage. It has spikes and T-spikes, which are both very nice. As Taunt, there's a lot of utility that you can use with it, with its high speed. And it's a very, very good revenge kill and late game cleaner, and I like that. The speed is so nice. 122 is a fantastic speed tier. And yeah, I did calculate the thing. It can still hit pretty hard. Decently hard. It's obviously not a wall breaker, but it's a fantastic revenge kill. I do have auto wall breaker, so it's not like I need another one. So yeah, that's that. And then the next one I wanted was Terrakion. Also, Greninja's nickname is Lubbock, after the Akame ga Kill character. If you haven't watched Akame ga Kill and you like anime, watch it. It's my favorite. Anyway, yeah. Next up, Terrakion, the fucking god of 5th gen, which is gonna be called Jura, after a fairy tale character. This is just Weep City. And Terrakion hits so hard. I really want to try out this thing in the format because there's not much that switches into a Terrakion safely. It can be, once again, a great revenge kill. It can be an amazing wall breaker. Just slap a choice band on a fucker and just destroy everything. Sword Stance and Rock Polish are very nice. The dual stab and close combat and Surge is nice. Earthquake is a decent coverage move. Then it also things like Poison Jab, Iron Head, I think X Scissor, and something else that I forgot. Like unnecessary coverage moves that you probably don't need very often, but could come in handy in certain situations. And it also gets Quick Attack. Quick Attack to Terrakion, that's gonna be a thing once, right? Yeah, has to. Also another Rock Setter, which is very nice to have as many as possible. I just really like Terrakion. I think it can put in the finest of work and run through a couple teams and claim some souls. And Double Dance Terrakion is very, very nice. I can also run a Sash lead. I have 2, well, I guess 3 pretty good leads so far. So hey, I can run Hyper Offense with any of them as the lead. And yeah, Terrakion's gonna fuck shit up. I hope it gets a lot of kills. I think it was VP of some GBA season. I think GBA season 2 where John had it. I don't know, but Terrakion kind of fell under the radar. Shout out to Kelly. It's coming back, and I'm gonna fuck shit up. So, next pick. This was an interesting one. I didn't have a set draft plan. I had a list of mons that was like, this could be a good draft, but I kind of was like, no, maybe not. And I was very striking with hazard removal on that draft. So, I looked through things that are around, and I was like, Latios and Latios are still around. The 4th round. How? So I picked up Latios, which is going to be called Cordelia after the Fire Emblem Awakening character, because she has red hair and she flies on a thing, so it's basically the same, right? Yeah. And Larias is arguably one of the best defoggers. I wanted another hazard removal. I don't want Extrude to be my only one because there are ghost types. There's the Mega Sailor and thing like that, which Larias still doesn't appreciate, but you know, it can at least defogger on it. Larias is 50 mil as well, just like Terrakion and Excadrill. So I'm getting pretty pricey. I also had a big fighting weakness so far, so Larias helps with that. Larias over Latios because I wanted a bit more bulk. And yeah, I like Latias. It gets healing, which is very, very nice for my other 3 mods that I have so far because they all appreciate just getting back to full and then start fucking shit up again, especially Terrakion. It gets Wish, which is an option. I guess Roost is a thing. It recovery defog. It hits hard. Has nice coverage moves that can come in clutch in certain matchups. And gets Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw is the best move in the game, obviously. So yeah, that's Latias. You know what Latias does? It's fucking good. Also, my team is really fast so far. At this point, I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about speed anymore. I have a 122 Greninja, 108 Terrakion, and 110 Latias, and 88 Excadrill, which is a fantastic Scarf. So, so with that, I wanted more bulk. I wanted something else that can take fighting hits, and this is the mod that I wanted from the start, and was very, very keen on getting it. I really want to try it out in the format. So my 5th round pick is Cofagrigus. Gonna be called Pedo Bob because Bob loves Cofagrigus, and Cofagrigus looks like it's touching someone or wants to touch people. So, and Bob is now a pedophile apparently. So that's the thing that happened. Cofagrigus, fucking amazing Pokemon. 145 defense and I think 95 special defense is nice. I think like 58 base HP, not too great, but workable. I think maybe. Yeah, Cofagrigus is a nice stop to a lot of Pokemon that other mods can't take on. Mamiya's ability is fantastic. Getting rid of potential opponents' abilities is nice. Sometimes they have to be kind of have to worry about Cofagrigus coming in and taking the ability for a bit. And yeah, Cofagrigus is nice. It gets Toxic Spikes, gets Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot, Trick Room, Calm Mind, Hacks. All these moves that I can abuse. Energy Ball is one of the few offensive moves it actually gets. It doesn't get many, but oh well. Shadow Ball is just nice offensively. And yeah, I'm gonna burn shit. I'm gonna set up Toxic Spikes, and my opponents will not appreciate it. I have 2 Toxic Spikes so far. That is fantastic. I did not have that in the PPL. After I dropped Garbodor. RIP. Yeah, Cofagrigus, I really like this one. I really want to try it out. I'm not set on, you know, whether it's amazing in the format or not, but I think it can be, and I hope that I can make it work. And yeah, so next up, I kind of want an electric type. I kind of want the grass type, so I went with Rotom. It's the basic story. Rotom is fantastic. I always want to try the thing out as well because its dual stab is fantastic. I absolutely love the electric grass dual stab. It's obviously going to be called Rotom Lamo. There's no question about that. Rotom is a fantastic utility mon. It's a fantastic offensive mon. It's a fantastic Scarfer, fantastic Specs user. Expert Belt. It's also a thing. It gets Will-O-Wisp, it gets Trick. It gets a couple other weird moves that it can maybe use. And yeah, I can. Like basically the thing is, I can Volt Switch around teams very easily because I don't want to switch in their ground type because Leaf Storm is very much a thing. So yeah, that's the basic story. Rotom, I love the thing. It's my favorite Rotom form, and it's gonna kill shit and live hits and kill shit in return. Yep. 7th overall pick. I wanted a fairy, and I didn't want Aromatisse. I don't know why. I just felt like, ugh. Well, initially I was at Mega God of War, but since Rotom wasn't 6 like I thought, it is 8, which makes a lot more sense. Yeah, Rotom was 8, Cofagrigus was 6, by the way. So, I was like, well, fuck. Let me just get regular God of War then. It's basically the same thing, right? If I believe hard enough, yeah. So, I have regular God of War now, which is going to be called Mirajan, after another fairy tale character, because that's what I named my God of Wars in XY. So, yeah, at the beginning of XY, I think. God of War, I like it. Very cool mod. Another Wish Pass, another Healing Wish use. I have 2 of those now, which is very nice to have. Heal Bell and all that utility shit I can do. It gets a lot of weird gimmicky moves that I can make use of. Also gets dual screen, Trick Room, that kind of thing. And it's also a fucking monster offensively. 125 special attack with that dual stab is very, very handy. 80 speed is decent. Also not a really good Scarf option. And Basically everything I have on my team so far outside of Confagurates can be scarfed. I guess Grinder isn't the best scarfer, but you know, it's an option in certain matchups, maybe, probably not. And yeah, God of War is so good. Moonblast Psyshock is such a good stab combination. There are not many things that switch in, and the ones that do switch in can catch this focus blast to the face, and it's gonna be a happy old fun time for me. Yeah. Also gets taunt and things like that. Calm Mind. It's just a very cool mon with a lot of utility that I want to use. And if I kind of like God of War, I might absolutely love my God of War and get into PPL. Who knows? Once again, this is to try out things, and maybe this will be my exact PPL draft. Who knows? I doubt it, but yeah. So next up, another mon that I wanted. I was kind of weak to Fire and Ice. I felt. I also wanted not a reliable wall and just a fat piece of shit, and that is Miltank. Lucy the Miltank, which is another Fairy Tail reference because Lucy has the key thingies and there's Tauros, and I don't know what my thought process was, but that's kind of how it worked, and now I have Lucy the Miltank. Miltank is good, it's fat. I wasn't really a fan of it, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it until I saw Jordinas use it in PBLD2, and I saw Leo use it in the EXPNU? UCL? I think it was EXPNU. And they did pretty well with it, so I was like, let's just try it out. Its abilities are nice, it switches into a couple things that other ones don't want to switch into. Once again, that's kind of a theme you will see with the last 2 months as well. Spoilers, I have 2 more. And yeah, Miltank is only 4 mil, it gets Stealth Rocks again, it's another Cleric, it has reliable recovery, it's pretty fast at base 100 speed. I can run a more offensive one, I can do like Jordina's set and run a fast wall every week, not every week, but you know, I can run a fast wall Miltank, and that can help. I like Miltank, man. It has titties. Titties are good, not cow titties, but you know, it's whatever. Also gets Gyro Ball, which is weird. It's awful on it, but it gets it, and that's really fucking weird. Also gets T-Wave. T-Wave is the best move in the game. I have what, 3 T-Wave users? 4? Yeah, I think 4 so far. So yeah, 4 in general. I have 4 T-Wave users. That's good. T-Wave spam is the best strategy. So next up, I wanted a Steel type. I wanted another Rocker. I wanted another Ice resistance because Ice is spooky. Something can kind of deal with fighting types, and that is Bronzong. Conan the Bronzong. That was a weird thought process of that nickname. Someone suggested the nickname Bell. I was like LeBell because the guy from Platinum and shit, and he's like a detective and shit, so I was like Detective Conan, and now we have Conan the Bronzong. I think it's called the Case Closed or some shit in American, which is fucking stupid. It's Detective Conan, okay? Yeah, Bronzong is another mon that I have seen Bob use. I think Bob used it in GPC season 1, I think. I was like, this thing is pretty cool, it has potential. So it's not the best Pokemon. Bronzong is pretty cool though. It has, like, people always say it's straight up setup fodder, but it's not. If I play it well, it has a lot of offensive moves that I can use to prevent things from just beating it. It's also one that switches into a lot of threats that other mons just don't want to take on because of Levitate and Heatproof respectively. You know, I can run either one and it can be very, very helpful. So yeah, Bronzong is another Stealth Rocker as well. Having many Stealth Rockers always, I have what, 4 now, I think? Yeah, 4 Stealth Rockers, which is nice. I also have Spikes and T-Spikes, 2 T-Spikers, 1 Spiker, so I have all kinds of hazards except for Sticky Web, but Sticky Web is bad, so in the format, it's not worth picking up in my opinion. Yeah, Bronzong is good. It's another Trick Room setter, which I don't really have much that can abuse Trick Room, but I have setters and a Craggus, so that's a thing. Yeah, I like Bronzong. It's a pretty cool guy. I can also run Heavy Metal Heavy Slam. Yep. And Trick Scarf Bronzong. Shout out to Bob. Trick Scarf Bronzong is a thing that should happen again. Yeah. So with my last pick, I was struggling with this one. I had 2 more potential picks. Well, there were a couple of things I wanted. I really wanted Vanilluxe. I think Vanilluxe is a pretty okay Pokemon for the 3 mil that it's worth. I also really wanted Houndoom because it fit my team perfectly at this point. And I also wanted Swanna, just because I love Swanna, and it's another Defogger. and it's one that's fucking cool. Ended up with none of these because I looked through the list of mons and things that would fit my team was like a bulky water would be nice, and then a wish pass that would be nice. I'm kind of weak to fire and ice, so I should really get one. Almamola, hello there, you ugly piece of shit. How you doing? Wanna join? Yeah, cool. I had 9 mil left. Almola's 8, so I have 1 mil over, which is pretty nice. Almola's gonna be called Fred because Fred has had it in the PPL, and he's also an annoying piece of shit. So I'm just kidding, but Almola is fat. It once again is one of those mons that takes on threats other mons don't want to take on necessarily. And yeah, it's a nice wish passer. It's fat as fuck, and it gets Aqua Jet. And Regenerator is just a nice ability, obviously. Knockoff for utility is also nice. Icy Wind and shit like that for utility. Yeah, Regenerator is just nice. I don't even have to run Protect. I can just throw up a wish, switch into something else, take a hit, get back to full on that thing, and have Almola be at pretty decent health because of Regenerator. So yeah, that's that. Almola is dedicated setup fodder for a lot of people, but I think I can play around that. I have a couple plans of preventing the thing from being setup fodder. We'll see how they work because you know this league is just to try out things. So yeah. That's the team. That's the okay, laptop. Don't black screen on me. That's the team for the Bayern Munich in the SCL. Week 1 is against J-Bro and his 5 Iron Fossils, so that should be a fun game. He has Megalodias, and that's spooky, and I don't like it. And he has a couple other things that I'm not a fan of because they scare me. Yeah, that's that. So yeah, I'm really excited for this league because there's a lot of cool people in there, and there's also Cass. Yeah, I guess that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think of the team. And battles should start. I don't know if I will actually upload every game because time and things. No one has to upload their games. I think Leo will. He also uploaded draft analysis. So yeah, make sure to check out everyone. I will not post any links. If you want people to check out the channel, just write a fucking comment. I don't care enough. So yeah, that's this. This will also be played on Showdown. I didn't even mention that. This is a Showdown league because we're all lazy, and you know that's just how it goes. So yeah. How long is this? 22 minutes? That's pretty fucking short. I'm so proud of myself. Someone's gonna make a penis joke, right? I hope so. Yeah, I still have to prep for J-Bro because time's a thing, but once again, this is just to try out Pokemon for everyone. It's not. If I end up in last, then I don't care. I don't want to, but yeah, I guess that's it. So thank you for watching. Tell me what you think of the team. Tell me what you think of the roster of coaches, because that's pretty fucking good in my book. And yeah, make sure to support the Bayern Munich in your local off-season league. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. I will appreciate all 3 of those, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.